for this, the first of the sprint car action. Beautiful weather conditions, perfect track. I'll go through for one more lap as the acceleration line will be drawn up. So it's Haywood and Brett Lacey on the second row of the grid, Ron Schumann and Max Dumsney third row, George Tatnall, Phil March, Steve Kinzer and Brooke Tatnall. Here we go, folks. Hold on to the seats. Grab the person next to you. The first, the Sprint Car International Masters races here tonight at the Motordrome, all set. Good start too, and Peter Adard, he's won a 2 Stars Trophy Sprint while he's been here at the Motordrome this year, and he's got off to a brilliant start once again. He races away by about 20 metres on Darren Mowat, and getting up on the inside in third position is Haywood. In fourth spot at the moment is Brett Lacey, followed in then by Ron Schumann, trying to knuckle his way up on the inside as Max Dumsney, and does so well back. Phil March, Brooke Tatnall, followed in by George Tatnall, who got shuffled back a bit there, and Steve Kinzer right up on the infield of the track and sneaks his way through, is up into third last. Down completing 2 laps, and Peter Adard slaying the coupe. He got away 20 odd metres on Peter, followed in by Brad Haywood in second position. Brett Lacey's third and Max Dumsney fourth. The locals have got it pretty well between them at the moment. George Tatnall in the fifth, trouble with Kinzer. He's dropped back to third last once again. In front of him is Ron Schumann, Phil March, Brooke Tatnall second last, and the one dialing around in last position at the moment is coming through now, and that is car 63 of Darren Mowat. So they've just about spread themselves out, these sprint cars, and they're coming down with 6 laps to go, and the race leader is Peter Adard in the Glenarol Cranes entry. He's gone away now, but Brad Haywood seems to be the immediate challenger. He's doing a pretty good job, Haywood, to stick in touch with Adard. A long break to third position was Brett Lacey, and in fourth coming around there looks like it's Ron Schumann. In fact, it's not Ron Schumann, it's Max Dumsney. George Tatnall has made up a fair bit of ground on these leaders. 4.5 laps to go, racing in basically single file, these sprint cars, not too much passing or manoeuvring going on as we saw in the street stockers previously, but Peter Adard's got the Motordrome circuit to himself. Brad Haywood throws everything into it on turn 1 and 2, and he catches up about 5 metres on Adard. Haywood coming after Adard. Adard only just holding the lead. They go around the slower car in Mowat. Going wide is Adard, getting down on the inside, trying to pass. Now is Brad Haywood. We've got a racer, ladies and gentlemen. It's Adard still just in front by the barest margins over Haywood. In third position is Lacey, followed up by Dumsney and Tatnall. Coming down, they'll have 2 laps to go as they reach a judge this time, and Adard still leading out in the Glenarol Cranes entry in car 53. Going after him is Brad Haywood in car 58. Followed in them 46 it is. Next then was Brett Lacey, Max Dumsney and George Tatnall. They're racing pretty tight, these first 5, as they come down to the white flag, and Peter Adard, he's been there for 9 of the 10 laps. That's 90% of the race. Make that 92.5 as he's got 3 3/4 of a lap to go. Peter Adard, he's going to hold off the challenge of Brad Haywood. In third position is Brett Lacey. Oh boy, Steve Kinzer's come a cropper, but race winner is Peter Adard. Peter Adard in 53 is first. Second, pulling up very quickly, was Haywood in 46. In third position, we'll give it to Brett Lacey in 26. Third position was Brett Lacey. Max Dumsney in 95 was next, and Steve Kinzer. I don't know what happened there, Ross. You might have seen it. I was concentrating on the race leader. Steve Kinzer's okay, folks. He's out of the car walking.
Victoria 16, Nipper Lacey. 99, Sid Moore make the front row of this grid for event 5. The 66 of John Shaw, he's up in hot company tonight, as I said earlier, not long out of the litre sprint car ranks and straight into the super sprint car ranks. But he was a fine driver, and he needs a season or 2, and I'm sure he'll be up with the best of them. He's on the second row of the grid with Danny Smith. As the green flag falls to send them away, Sid Moore tucked straight in behind the leader, Nipper Lacey, but there was trouble back in the pack where the 37 car, David Anderson from Victoria, flat right-hand rear, and the 49 car of Kev Worthington round in the wrong direction. I missed exactly what caused the incident. Getting set for the restart to event 5. Coming round the corner, they've got green, and this time Sid Moore, instead of electing to tuck, now he tucks in behind Lacey. I thought he was going to take him on for a moment, but Lacey went to the lead. That's Nipper Lacey out in front of Sid Moore, followed by the United States driver Danny Smith in third place, and the Sydney side of John Walsh running fourth. But keep an eye on the front 3. Nipper Lacey, Sid Moore and Danny Smith, with Danny Smith coming up on the inside of Sid Moore to try and get second place away from him, but couldn't do it. The Victorian Nipper Lacey's the leader. He got out a little wide. Sid Moore tried to come back down inside him, and in fact Sid Moore moving up on the inside of Nipper Lacey. Looking a little bit the better at the moment, Moore, if he can get a passing shot on Lacey, but Lacey still has the lead. Now Moore getting up on the inside of Lacey once again. Lacey goes out wide, keeps the power down. Moore pushes up on the inside, and Moore's got him with a main straightaway pass. Oh, and Danny Smith's got him with a beautiful inside pass in the corner. Nipper Lacey looking home and hosed for about a half a lap, has all of a sudden lost the lead and gone back to third. Sid Moore, driving well tonight, is out in front of the United States driver Danny Smith, then the Victorian Nipper Lacey, followed by John Shaw in the 66, then the 54 of Bob Tunks and the 75 of John Walsh at the tail of the field. Sid Moore doing it well up front, but being chased out very powerfully by the United States driver Danny Smith in the number 9 car. And these two are going to settle down and fight for the lead with 4 laps of the motordrome left to go. Sid Moore leading by about 20 metres from Danny Smith, a long way back to Victoria's Nipper Lacey. Bob Tunks getting up on the inside of John Shaw, who now drops back to 5th place, and John Walsh is at the tail of the field. 3 to go, and still Sid Moore shows the way. Danny Smith not getting any closer. Nipper Lacey losing ground. Bob Tunks picking up ground on Nipper Lacey in 4th place. But we'll stay with the leaders, where Sid Moore is looking pretty comfortable at the moment. Danny Smith is staying within striking distance, so that if Moore did experience some problems, Danny Smith would be able to get him. But with only 1 lap to go, Sid Moore's not experiencing any problems at all tonight. He's doing it well. Got a nice main straightaway pass on Nipper Lacey and has maintained that lead, coming down to take the checkered flag. A good win to Sydney's Sid Moore. United States 9 of Danny Smith was second. Then came the 54 car of Bob Tunks, the Victoria 16 Nipper Lacey, 66 of John Shaw and 75 of John Walsh. A time of 2:26.240.